One of the great things is no matter kind of where you are in your journey, maybe you are still working, but you're getting a little nervous about, well, what are you going to do when you're ready to retire? And you're still going to want to do something really interesting because we all are going to have lots of longevity. And so you're not just going to be twiddling your thumbs when you go into your retirement. Maybe you have already retired and you're realizing that you have a lot of time in your hands and you'd love to actually build something of your own. I wanted to talk about this framework that I developed because it's a very systematic way for you to determine what you want your business really to be. It's a 6-part framework, and it all starts with strategy first. Why do you want to do it? What are your goals and aspirations? Then that helps you determine, well, what kind of business do you really want to build? So that's the first step, strategy first. For me, initially, it was very much financially driven. I lost this big fancy corporate job that had a big salary attached. So my big why initially was very financially driven. It was like, I want to figure out a way to build a business that will replace that income that I lost. Step number 2 is you need to identify who your customer is. Who's going to be your ideal customer? Who do you want to attract into your world? Who is it that you're going to want to serve? It's important to get to know that ideal customer and to understand, well, what is it that they want help with? What are their desires, right? What's the passion that they have that you can help support? Or what might they be struggling with? Step number 3 is building your audience. If you in particular want to sell physical products, or you want to sell a course or a membership, or you want to sell one-on-one coaching or group coaching, you have to have an audience to sell it to. And it's not good enough to just have a social media following. You don't want to have your business on that rented land of someone else's. You want to bring people onto your email list so that you can engage with them. 4th step in the process is, what are your offers? And by offer, I mean, what's at the heart of your business? And as I mentioned, I had a very big financial goal, so I knew that I couldn't just do one thing. I started out selling physical products, and I did that through retail stores that carried my products, and I also did it in craft fairs or holiday markets, and I also sold directly on my website. That was a component of my business, but I knew I was going to have to add additional offers in my business in order to meet my big financial goals. You want to start with one thing and get that to be working before you add the next thing. So launching is, once you have something, you need to tell people about it, right? You need to know how to get them excited about it. You need to build anticipation. I like to use this example, which I'm pretty sure came from my mentor, Jeff Walker, who wrote this incredible book called Launch. And it's just how to launch anything online. Any physical product, any online course, membership, anything. He's the guru. He's been doing this for over 25 years, and everyone's learned from him. So if you think about how movies are launched, movies have a trailer. They usually have a whole bunch of interviews with the stars that are, that talk online, and they publish a lot of content around the stars talking about why they are in the movie and what they love about the movie. Then many movies are actually released first in a film festival environment. So it's kind of a very curated group of people who get to see it first, right? And then eventually it's offered to the general public. Launching is actually a process. It is a marketing promotional event. That was step number 5, launching. And the last step is delivery. How are you delivering the products and services that you have created? And there are lots of different ways to deliver your products and services. So those, again, are the 6 steps. And it's super important. The reason this is important and the reason that it matters is because if you have a framework to follow, and these are the core foundational steps, then you can rinse and repeat it. And you also know that you are on the right track, and you know exactly what the next step is in the process. And so you no longer have this "where do I start" conundrum. And this framework, I've given it a name. So I always give my programs a name. But the framework is essentially, how did I go from being laid off in my late 50s to creating this incredible online business? And it's the 6-part framework that it took me 6 or 7 years to sort of, with trial and error, to figure out. But now it's a method. It's a proven method that I teach my students. And I would love, if you're interested in it, it's an application only. There's an application on my website. Go to annelafolletteart.com/blog and read the blog post about the Creative Business Blueprint, which is what I'm calling this 6-part framework. And there's an application process if you would like to learn more about what's involved and give me a little bit of information about you so that I know if you have a full-time job and so you're trying to figure this out before you retire, which is great because it's always great to be, making money while you're building your next way to make money. Or you're already retired and you're excited about starting something new and you're willing to invest in your education because it's not a free program. And you can tell me what your initial thoughts are and what some of your goals are. The application process is really simple. I think there are only 6 questions. But once you fill that out, then we'll get on a Zoom call together because this is a group coaching program and it's an investment. And I want to make sure I know everybody before they join to make sure it's the right fit. Go to annelafolletteart.com/blog. Read the blog about my Creative Business Blueprint. And if you're interested in learning more, you can apply. It's totally free to apply. Then just answer all those questions. And once you do, I will review your answers and then I'll set up a Zoom call with you so we can talk whether you're actually right for my group coaching program. I always like to say in closing that I am Anne La Follette, and it's never too late to create. Bye for now. And I'll see you next week.